Hey, what's up friends? Laura Alvarado here, back with another speed training, and today we're going to talk about how to weaponize your website. So if you have a website that is not converting well, if you're not getting a lot of organic traction, if people are heading to your website but you're not getting enough leads from your website, stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly how to fix all of that so that your website can be one of your most powerful lead generating sources. All right, so step number one is the homepage. This is the very first thing that most people are going to see when they come to your website. And the very first thing they're going to read is your headline. So this is an extremely important component of your website. I recommend a very simple format for your website, which is for your headline, which is basically the yay without the boo. So if someone cannot get in 5 seconds who do you help and how do you help them and why should they stay on, it's very easy for them to click off. So again, the headline is very important to keep them reading. So the yay, that's whatever it is they want. And what I want you to do is not just think about on the surface level what they want to lose weight, right? Or to gain muscle. But why do they want to lose weight or gain muscle? They want more confidence. They want to feel love, whatever it is. So the yay is the thing they want. The boo is the things they don't want to do. Strict diets, long, boring workouts, endless cardio, giving up their favorite foods, right? So the yay without the boo. Really take some time to think about this. What is the thing that they want and what are the things they don't want to do? Now, optional, you can include a subheadline. A subheadline would be text that is slightly smaller than the headline, yet bigger than your body font. So I recommend for the subheadline using the format even if, and this would be all of the excuses or objections that you normally get. I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to work out, whatever it is. So an example of a headline and subheadline, again, the headline is the biggest, get tight, toned, and confident, right? That's that big thing that they really want without strict diets or intense workouts. That's the boo, the things they don't want to do. Even if they're objections, even if you're short on time or hate to cook, right? So this is just an example. Obviously, you're going to want to fit it for your business. Okay, the next thing that you want to think of with the homepage, but also every single page on your website, is to be absolutely clear about the job of that page. So what is it that you're trying to accomplish with the page? What information are you trying to get across? And what do you want your page visitor to do? If you're not 100% clear on these things, how is your page visitor supposed to be clear? So every page needs to have a specific purpose with what are you trying to get across and what actions do you want your visitors to do. Don't just include pages because you see a competitor doing it or because it's in a website template. Make sure that you're very clear on this. In fact, less pages are actually better because there's less rabbit holes for your visitors to get lost. So I recommend making sure that all roads point to one offer. I've seen so many websites where there are so many calls to action, so many things that the visitor could do. They could check out your schedule. They could get a free workout. They could buy this. They could opt into that. They could give you a call. They could shoot you a text message, and it's very confusing, right? So they're not sure which thing they should do next. So they're more likely to click off or take no action versus if all roads point to one offer or one clear call to action. You can have different call to actions specific to different pages, but again, that should be intentional with the purpose of that page. Just make sure that you do not have multiple calls to action. For example, this was one of my clients' websites. As you can see, this is on one page, her homepage. They can view the schedule, they can join now, they can text to try out a class, or they can contact us. I don't know why you would choose this over that. So again, it's very confusing. So all roads point to one offer. You should not have multiple offers, and you can have multiple call to actions, but only one per page. All right, it's very important that you emphasize benefits over features. So I want you to really think about this for a second. People who buy drills are not really looking for a drill. They're seeking a way to make a hole. Your clients aren't coming to you because they want workouts, because they want meal plans, right? In fact, they don't really want to do any of that stuff. You're a crazy freak of nature who loves to work out and diet, but the average person doesn't. Even if losing weight isn't their goal, maybe you work with older adults, again, they don't want to do the workouts. They want to feel better, right? So people aren't seeking a drill, they want a way to make a hole, right? They want to get confidence. They want the end result, whatever it is. So are you selling the drill or are you selling the way to make a hole? So this is a very important key distinction. I've used this example many times, but I'll say it again in case you're new. I like to think of the example of Hawaiian Airlines. They are not selling to you the airplane, which would be the drill, right? They're not selling to you the crowded airplane with not very much leg space and, shoved full to the brim with luggage and people making stinky farts and crappy food. They're not showing you any of that in their advertising. They're showing you people, lovers, walking hand in hand on the beach at sunset. Nobody wants to get on a plane. Flying is horrible. You have to be in line and wear a mask and there's stinky farts and there's horrible food. But why do you tolerate all that? Because you want to get to the end destination. Again, people don't want to do all the stuff. They're not coming to you because they want workouts, because they want nutrition, they want the end result. So change what you're selling on your web pages and watch them convert like crazy. All right, the next thing you'll want is also some social proof. Now, this can be before and after pictures like you're used to, but there are many different ways to include social proof. So what I want you to remember is that the more details you give, the more credibility will come across to your page visitors. So other ways of social proof besides just before and after pictures are any statistics you can give, any quotes, original data. For example, I've helped your city women lose 10,000 pounds of fat over the last decade, right? That's some original data that gives you more credibility. So the more details you can give, the more credibility will come across in your website. And then finally, you want to make it super easy for someone to contact you. So there's several different things that I recommend having. Number one is a chat bubble. I recommend using Go High Level. Most of my clients are using that, and you can create a chat bubble in Go High Level. You can also use mini chat that you can put on your website, even if your website wasn't built on Go High Level. A mini chat you can put on any website, and it will go to Facebook Messenger through your business page. So there's lots of different options for that. Number two is your phone, email, and address. And I recommend having this in the top navigation. So that would be up here, for example, not just in the footer. So I hate it when I have to go searching and scrolling for a long time in order to get contact information. The last thing that I would recommend is an exit pop, especially if you don't have another pop-up on your homepage. This is a great way to give someone one last chance. I recommend something like, hey, have questions, text us at whatever. So as they're leaving, it just gives them one more opportunity. Most of the time people leave or don't take action because they have questions or they're unclear. All right, the next page you'll probably want is an About Us page, and this is a page where I see so many mistakes. Most gym owners put on their homepage all the certifications they have, their degree in exercise phys or kinesiology, how many years they've been training, why they got started, blah, blah, blah. Boring, 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 nobody cares. In over a decade of one-on-one personal training, maybe once did someone ask me what certifications I had. People don't care. All they care is how long is it going to take to get to my goal and how much is it going to cost and can you actually help me get there? So I recommend focusing on your About Us page, not on you, but actually on your avatar. Hey, this is how I'm going to help you. This is what you may be feeling. You might be scared. You might be nervous. You might be hesitant. You might have tried these other things, but here's why we're different. That is an effective About Us page, not I got started in the fitness industry and I was a trainer for a decade and I have 20 certifications. Again, no one cares. So stop making it about you. Start making it about them. People don't care about you or your company. They only care about how your company can solve their problems. You will actually gain more trust by speaking about their problems than bragging about yourself. So very important change on your About Us page. Okay, the next is on your homepage, but really on any page, you want to avoid using industry jargon. So what do I mean by that? Words like functional movement, programming, like these aren't things that your client is coming to you for. Nobody's walking through your door saying, I want to do functional exercise to improve my posture, right? They're coming to you saying, I want my back to feel better. I don't want to be in pain. I want to have more energy, right? So make sure that you are explaining things in words your clients would use, problems in the way that your clients say them, not in the way that you say them as a fitness professional, and in a way your grandma could understand. My grandma doesn't know what functional exercise is. She probably doesn't even know what a squat is. But if I say, hey, grandma, I'd like to show you some exercises that'll make it easier for you to bend down and pick up this grocery bag. Now that is something that she can understand. So when you explain things too complex with industry jargon, people just zone out, or they don't understand, or they don't get it. So it's just like if you went to the doctor and they're like, oh, you have blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, what does that mean? Okay. And then they explain it in plain English. So explain it in plain English in a way that your grandma could understand. And make sure, again, to use the voice of the customer. So I just talked about this, but reiterate things in exactly the way your client says them. What is it that they're searching for? What is it that they want in the exact words or phrases they would use? And if you're unclear on this, the best thing to do is just ask. Interview your current clients. And I recommend just asking them, if you can ask them a few questions, using the voice recording app on your cell phone, or record a video, or ask them to answer some questions in a survey, and you literally cut and paste the words in the exact way that they use them, in the exact words that they use. It will be far more effective, because someone will say, yes, I've been thinking in my head I have that problem, and here they are articulating it, instead of trying to decipher whatever it is that you're saying in your industry jargon or from your trainer hat to see if it applies to them. So make sure you're identifying common pain points. Again, if you don't know, make sure you're asking your clients, hey, what was it that made you finally come in? Or what is it that you'd like to see change in your life? Asking very broad questions. And then one of the things that can be very powerful on your website is to actually take these quotes from your customers, from whatever data that you're using or way that you're using to collect them, and put them on your website. All right. If you would like my website checklist with exactly everything that you should include and what you should leave off, then use the button below and I will happy to shoot you over this PDF. It has a checklist, and it also has a worksheet which will help you work through some of the things that we talked about in more detail, like the benefits over the features, the headline, the subheadline, and all that jazz. So if you want that, just click the button below. It will open Facebook Messenger. I will automatically send it through my bot, and then I will be available, the real me, to answer any questions that you type when I'm online next. All right, thanks. I look forward to seeing you in the next video with more tips to grow and scale your fitness business. Bye.